Okie doke.
Right. We're now going to have a go at the turn in the road.
Right.
And as you were saying, you've not done any turns before. This is a new subject to you. So let me just find some pictures for us. Right, okay. So we're going to carry out this manoeuvre, and the first thing you should always ask yourself when you're going to carry out any manoeuvre, is the place I've picked safe, legal, convenient? Am I going to, hold anybody up? Is this a good place to do it? And this seems quite nice where we are. It's quite a little side road. Okay, so the manoeuvre is carried out in 3 phases, because if you think what it says, it's turning the vehicle around using forward and reverse gears.
Yeah.
So you must use forward gears first.
Right.
And when they say forward gears, they mean first gear.
Yeah.
All right, we've got to make sure that when we put it into gear, that we get it in the first, not third or fifth, because as we go forward, if we're in third or fifth, car's likely to stall. We'll be in the middle of the road, and then we're likely to hold people. If someone turns up, we're likely to hold them up and inconvenience them, perhaps. Okay. Also, when we're doing this manoeuvre, we use the POM routine: the prepare, the observe, and move.
Oh yeah, I've used that before.
Okay, yes, for pulling away from when you're moving off. It's the same routine. It's to make sure that it's safe to carry out the manoeuvre. The important thing about any manoeuvre is safety.
Yeah.
Is it safe to move the vehicle? Okay. So the first thing you would do for the first stage, and I'll talk you through this whole bit first, then I'll talk you through it as we do it. All right. So we're parked here. Yes.
Yeah.
We would go clutch down into first gear. Set the gas about the thickness of a pound coin. Yeah. And bring the clutch up centimetre at a time till you get to just to biting point, or just below perhaps, because on this particular road we've got a slight downhill, so the car might start to roll straight away. Okay, so then once we're ready to move, the next thing we do is we make sure it's safe to move. Okay, so we got here, we're fairly clear of driveways and that, so I would just check this door mirror to make sure no one's coming down the pavement, little kiddies or something like that, because if they were, what would we do?
Oh yeah, they might come off in front of me, so
yes, wait, yes, because that's the consequence. They'll be out in front and bang before you know it. All right, then we check this mirror to make sure there's nothing coming behind us.
All right.
Then we check the door mirror. Okay, so I'm looking for bikes and things like that coming past us.
Right.
Then we turn around and look between the head restraint and the door pillar over your right shoulder. Do it then, Tony. Yeah, look over there. Yeah. And you look up the road.
Yeah.
Okay, and what can you see over your right shoulder? Now, without looking in the door mirror, look over there. So tell what you can see.
Yeah, I can see that Audi behind me.
Yeah, and can you see anything else now? Have another look. You see anything?
No, I can see that Audi.
Not that little car, you most really can't see the little car beyond it. But there is a car coming out of a turning behind us, or up there. But you'd see that, okay? If it's then clear, we release the handbrake. And this is where big steer comes in. Yeah. Lots of steering, quickly. Yeah. And what we're aiming to do you know what I mean by full lock? Doesn't matter if you don't.
Is that turning the wheel fully?
Yes, that's getting us all the steering on that we can.
Yeah.
So we get full lock on, keeping your feet still so the car's going at this granddad's pace across the road, and then we're looking just to make sure it's still safe. Then just as we get near to the curb, and perhaps it would be just as you see the curb perhaps appearing under your mirror there, because you'll lose sight of the curb in the front under your bonnet, it will disappear. So perhaps looking just under that mirror, you'll see the curb start to come towards the car, and when it gets to there, just pause for a moment. I want you to just stop the car. Alright?
You want me to bite that handle?
Sorry, yes. Right, I want you to just see like this picture here, just so that we get, and we're going to pause. Okay? And then I want you then to start as we move again, start steering the car quickly to the left.
What's that called?
Reference point.
All right.
That's your first reference point.
All right, yeah.
All right, and then you start steering quickly to the left.
Yeah.
And the object is that as soon as the curb appears out from underneath the mirror, we will stop. Right, clutch down, brakes on.
Yeah.
All right, and most probably at the same time as you're steering the wheel, you'll put your clutch down, cover your brakes, and start progressively braking, because it might start rolling towards the curb. Depends on the shape of the road.
Right.
Okay, some cut roads have this is called a camber. They've quite a steep curve on on the road.
Yeah.
And then we stop, and we want to try and get as much of the right hand steering off as we can. Ideally, a little bit of left hand steering on, so that when we start coming backwards, which will be the next bit, the car will start moving to our left straight away.
All right. Yeah.
All right. So then once we've stopped, handbrake on, into neutral, and then we select reverse, and which is in this car is all the way over to you and backwards. Have you put it in reverse before?
I have, yeah.
Yeah, so right across and back.
Yeah.
Then we go through the POM routine again. So we set the gas.
Yeah.
Clutch to the biting point. All round observation. Yeah?
Yeah.
Making sure, looking through every window basically.
All right.
Because we're now plastered across the road. Okay? So we would start on this side of the car, on the right hand side, work all the way round to end up looking out that back window.
All right. Yeah.
Because that's important, because that's where you're heading.
Yeah.
All right, so you wouldn't drive forward looking out the back window, would you?
No.
So you won't drive backwards looking out the front window.
No.
We'll be looking out the back window, yeah?
Yeah.
And then, once we're sure it's safe, release the handbrake. If the car doesn't move, just lift the clutch a bit thickness of a £1 coin
All right.
to get it moving, yeah?
Yeah.
If it's going a little bit too quickly, then the thickness of a £1 coin down.
Yeah.
Then quick big bites to the left.
All right. Yeah.
To get that steering on, okay? And then, as you get, again, halfway across the road, you'll lose the sight of the curb out your back window.
Yeah.
So then we'll go to a reference point out this rear window, this rear right-hand window.
Right, can I just pause you a minute?
Yes.
Is that guy behind us all right? Is he falling over?
Oh, blimey.
I'll just put this on pause. I'm just going to check.